Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. I hope wherever you are in the world today has been treating you well. In today's video I'm going to be going over all of the new products that I tested this month now that I've had a little bit more time to play with them and giving you my final thoughts. And I will say there are a few products here that I do not like. Some of the products that I have been testing this month, I have just really not got on with for one reason or another. There's not loads to talk about because I actually only did 2 videos this month testing new makeup. I already have 3 videos for the next week testing new makeup, so there's loads more coming. But these are the products that I tested in the last month, now that I've had more time to finalise my thoughts on them. Starting with the first video that went up this month, the Essence Foundation Stick. So this is, it's just called the Essence Foundation Stick. I thought it had a more complex name than that. It doesn't, that's what it is. I got this in the shade, oh now, is it 80 or is it 08? I don't know, I think it might be 80. This, if you have dry skin, which I do, if you have dry skin, this is not good. It's not good. It picks up on so much texture. The first time I tested this, and I did a full day wear test, you can go ahead and see that. I didn't like it very much when I first applied it, and by the end of the day it looked fine. I feel like as I have been using this more, and as I have been using this with different skincare underneath, and just, you know, with different products over the top as well, trying this out in different ways, I think I've maybe tried this 4 or 5 times this month. And I have had to take my foundation off. I have had to remove it all and start again, which I highly prioritise my sleep. So I, lack of, but I leave myself the absolute bare minimum amount of time in the mornings to get ready before I go off to work, and having to take off my foundation when I have already done my skincare routine, and then I'm putting my foundation on and then it's looking just absolutely crusty, dusty, flaky, lizard flapjack skin, I'm just not gonna do it, okay? I'm just not gonna use it. And like I say, it's like 4 or 5 times I think this month I have had to take off all of my foundation, take everything off, whatever I've gotten up to, and I'm like, I just cannot stand looking at this anymore, and I have had to take it off. So unfortunately for me, this one is a big miss. If you're looking for a foundation stick that's light coverage, that's glowy, that's really glowy and luminous but smoothing even on dry skin, the one that I'm wearing today is the Catrice Soft Glam Filter Stick. I tested this the month before and I absolutely love this. I actually don't even have that much of it left because I've been using this so much. Now granted, there's not a ton of product, like there's not, and it is very creamy, so as you're like swiping it on you go through quite a lot of product. But I'm gonna get another one of these because it's not even summer yet and I already can tell that this is going to be an absolute holy grail throughout the summer. So if you're looking for a foundation stick, skip the Essence one, go for Catrice. This one, I cannot stop wearing. I cannot stop wearing. This one, I can absolutely stop wearing. It's so bad. And like I've tried it with different brushes. I've tried it, sorry, I've got a cat hair on my nose. That's why I'm fiddling. Yeah. Tried it with different brushes, tried it with sponges, tried it just tapping it in with my fingers. Just no matter what I do, I can't seem to get it to look even all right. Like, I would still use the product. The colour is great. I would still use the product if it looked okay, but it doesn't. It just looks so bad. So bad. So I'm not using that one anymore. And then the next video that went up, and I said in this video, I said that I wouldn't be coming back and talking to you about these today because I was going to be filming this the day after I filmed that one, but it has actually been a week. I have had, well, it's been over a week. I think it's been like 8 days since I filmed that. So, that first impressions. So, I did a full face testing a load of new makeup, and in that video, I tested this. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection Ultra Cover Concealer. I did not want to love this, but unfortunately, well, unfortunately, but also fortunately, I love it. This is the concealer that I'm wearing today. I had actually done my full face of makeup, powder and everything, like I was done. And then before I hit record, I was like, because I'm wearing blue eyeshadow and like there's blue right on the inner corner, I didn't film this. I'm sorry. I just wanted to get ready. But before I started filming, I was like, my eyes, like my under eyes just look so blue. I was like, I need more concealer. So I just tapped a little bit of this on, like I say, over the top of concealer and powder. And it looks so smooth. The coverage is incredibly high. I would say that this is my highest coverage concealer that I own. It's incredibly high, but I do feel like you can apply just a little bit of it and tap it out quite far. I have used this with a sponge and with a brush, and it works lovely either way. I prefer a sponge just because I am a dry skinned individual, but it works lovely either way. The coverage is high, but it feels really lightweight and serumy. It feels lovely. I will say I think I possibly need a slightly different colour. This is 3N Ivory Neutral, and I don't know if I need something just a tad, like they had a really good shade range in these. That's why I decided to mention them. If you know my whole beef with Collection, I'm not getting into that again today, but they had a really great shade range. I think I need one that's slightly darker and slightly more yellow, because like I say, this is neutral. It's slightly wrong, but it is absolutely close enough for me to be able to use. I really have been enjoying this. I have also really been enjoying the bronzer. So this is the 17 Melting Cream Bronzer. This is 010 Soft Sand. This is lovely. This colour is perfect for me. Again, if you have got a warm undertone, if you are fair or fair to light with a warm undertone, this will be perfect for you. It's so creamy. It's so illuminating, but there's no glitter. It just looks really nice and hydrating. Such a beautiful formula. I would say it is the same formula as the blushes that I loved last year. It's such a beautiful formula, and this colour is just perfect for me. I have really been enjoying that. And like I say, I've only had these products for like a week, but feelings have been felt about these two products. And then the other products that I was testing in that video, the Catrice Blush Stick. I just don't think that this is the best. And like, there are so many products now that come out all of the time that if products aren't the best, then why would you bother with them? Like, it's fine, I don't hate it, but it's not the best. It's not even the best blush stick in my opinion from Catrice. So this is the Kiss and Glow blush stick in Cheeky Flirt. It's fine, but it's not like it's not very convenient, like having the stick. I think they were potentially trying to dupe the Pixie ones that I know people rave about, but it's the shape, like it just doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. So I did just want to recommend some similar products that are similar, obviously, but that are better in my opinion. Firstly, this one from Catrice. So if you're wanting a Catrice product, these are like pretty much the same colour, and in my opinion this one is much better. This is the Blushin Charm Multi-Stick. So it is smaller, but I feel like more pigmented, and because it's circular and like it's a smaller surface area, you can actually just get the product where you want it. That one is so much better. And if you're wanting something that's that sort of colour, that sort of vibe, but again in better packaging and also glowy and like luminous, this is the Technic blush glowy blusher stick, and this is in the shade Peach Syrup. That colour is so much better. Like the packaging makes it so much more convenient to use, and this is much more glowy and luminous than this one. So there's some options for you there. I think that those two are much better than that new one from Catrice. And then lastly is the 17 Perfecting Finish Loose Powder. I don't think anything great about this. It's not bad, it's not, but it's not great. Again, there are better powder formulas. There are better powder formulas from 17. The powder that I'm wearing today is from 17. It's in my Project 25 uses. This one, the Ultimate Look Finishing Powder. So this is a pressed one, but this is so much better than the loose one. They're not really comparable because obviously they're very different products, but like if you're looking for a powder that smooths, mattifies a little bit, sort of sets things down very softly, but like blurs, then I would recommend this one over the loose one. I know I do generally prefer a loose powder, but there's just something about this pressed powder. Like, look at the size of the pan in that. This was the powder that I had on, that I then put this concealer over the top. Like, it does add a tiny little bit of coverage. Like, if I, you're not gonna be able to see that. Can you see? It does add a tiny little bit of coverage, so you can build up coverage if you need it in a certain area. I recommend this one over the loose powder. And then I had, so that's all of the new products that I tested out. I have two miscellaneous favourites that I've been testing out throughout the month. So I have been going through a whole thing with my hair care routine for the first sort of portion of this year. I always used to use the Wild shampoo bars. Wild are being purchased, or have now been purchased. I haven't checked in the last couple of days, but they're going through a whole thing with Unilever. I am not okay with that. I am no longer going to be talking about Wild. I am no longer going to be promoting them on my channel. I am going to be going to do it on Monday, but I'm going to ask them to take off my discount code. I don't want any products from them. I don't want to talk about them, and the shampoo bar that I used to use was from them. So I've been looking for more products. That was the whole ramble about that. I don't want to go, like, if you want to use Wild, that is fine. It's a great plastic-free option for me and how I feel about things. I don't want to be using them, but you do you. Have a great day. I don't judge you. You can do what you want. You are your own individual. So anyway, all of that rambling to say, I have been on a journey because I have been using, maybe for about 3 weeks, I've been using a shampoo that was so irritating on my scalp that I was like, I cannot physically use this anymore. It was driving me insane, and my hair was feeling so dry just from this shampoo. It was bizarre. So I've been on a hunt for a shampoo that is cruelty free, and like truly cruelty free, and that is scalp gentle but also tough enough to get rid of dandruff, because dry skin runs through my veins. That sounded weirder than I needed it to. Anyway, I've been using this. That was the longest intro ever. I've been using this, and I've used this twice and already my scalp feels so much happier. This is the Umberto Gianni Scalp Restore Scalp Reviving Balancing Shampoo. Now they have a conditioner in this range. I don't put conditioner anywhere near my scalp, so I don't feel like I would personally get the benefit from having a scalp focused conditioner, but this has saved my scalp for the last like fortnight. Like I say, I think I've only used this twice, maybe 3 times, I can't really remember, but this is lovely. It smells delicious. It's a massive bottle, so this is 250 milliliters, and I've just really been loving it. Like I say, it is completely sorted out. Like I would literally have never done that before using this. Look, do not mind the greys. Do not mind the greys. I also recoloured my hair, but until I know how this is going to wash out, I'm not talking about it, just in case it's bad. But first impressions, I really like the hair colour that I put on. It was a different one. But this is going to be my new holy grail. I am loving it. But let me know, have you tried this? Have you tried the conditioner? Sorry, my camera just cut out. It's telling me to stop talking about shampoo, but I want to know if you tried the conditioner version of this, because is it actually like a good conditioner? Because I generally like a conditioning, like a hair mask. I need something quite thick. Obviously I've got colour treated, bleached hair, dry obviously, so I want to know your feelings. If you've tried this, do I need to get the conditioner as well, or am I okay just sticking with the conditioner or like the hair mask that I love? And then I have also been trying this, because the next video that you're going to see is a roundup of my favourite SPF products for under makeup, and I was like, I need to find one that is an SPF 50 that works well for me under makeup for the summer. Like I just felt like there was a little gap in my SPF repertoire, and this has absolutely filled it. So this is Byoma, the brand that I have just been loving. I don't know if there is a product from Byoma that I'm not obsessed with. Like I just love everything that they do. So this is the SPF 50 sunscreen, high protection. It's ultra light face fluid SPF 50. This is the thinnest SPF 50. It's so liquidy. I will show you. So this is what the packaging looks like. I think I would prefer it if it was a pump, but I love the liquid. I love how thin it is, and like obviously you have to apply a lot. Like you have to apply a lot to get the SPF coverage, but it's so thin and it sinks in so quickly. I'm gonna have a very protected back of hand now, and that is absolutely fine. This underneath makeup, I don't know, is there something about formulating an SPF that means that an SPF 30 is easier to do than an SPF 50? So I feel like there's a few SPF 30s that I love, but obviously look at me, I am a sheet of A4 paper. I need high SPF coverage, and this is going to be the one that gets me through the summer. I have been loving it, and I haven't even really needed an SPF 50 because, you know, it's spring in the UK. We haven't had a great deal of sun, although it is, as I'm looking out of my window now, it is glorious out there. I need to go and do some laundry just so that I can get it out in the garden today. But this I have been testing all week. I will say, if you get it in your eyes, which I accidentally did this week, and I was crying all day, but like that is completely to be expected. Don't get it in your eyes is the answer there. But I have been loving this, and actually what I did a few times this week is I applied this. Why am I making such a mess? I haven't even had my morning coffee yet, right? That is how early it is. maybe that's why I'm making a mess. But I applied this, I gave it a minute, I let it sink in, and then I took more and mixed it in with my Sleek foundation, mixed the two together to amp up that SPF coverage. I would never recommend that you just do a mix and think that that's enough coverage. It absolutely is not. Do this plus just applying this as like an added benefit, as an added layer of SPF, but mixed together really nicely because it's so thin. I feel like it will mix in with foundations really well, and again, just to amp up that SPF coverage even more, to give you more coverage, it's always better to use more. And I get it, sometimes it is a bit like tedious having to rub it in and having to spend that time doing it, but when you are 70 and you don't look like a leather belt, you will be thanking me. So that is all of the products that I wanted to talk to you about today. I will also say, hopefully before this video, you will have seen a review of the new Beauty Bay palette. I currently don't even have that. I am hoping that it's going to come today. I am hoping that it is going to be delivered today. It was meant to be delivered yesterday and they reckon that they couldn't get to my house, and I'm like, excuse me, my house is exactly where I left it. You can get to my house, okay? So I'm hoping they deliver it today and that you will have already at this point have seen my review for that. I'm excited about that one. But yeah, I've got some other videos already planned for the next week or so, but if, as always, if there's anything that you want to see reviewed here, leave it down below. I am an open book. I want to know what you want to see. I am so excited about spring. I'm so excited about the weather finally warming up a little bit, and also, right, I'm going off on a complete tangent now, and I feel like I curled my hair a little bit different and I'm not liking how these bits are looking. That's why I keep fiddling with it. Has anybody seen those giant crumpets? I got some yesterday and I'm gonna go and have one now. Giant crumpets. I'm like, it's not gonna fit in my toaster. I'm so excited. I'm gonna go and have that. I'm gonna go and have my coffee. And I hope you're having a fantastic day. This was a ramble. If you've made it to the very, very end, congratulations. This was... You think it was crazy watching it? Imagine, just imagine for one moment living in this brain of mine. Woo! She cray. But thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely day. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe down below if you want to see more rambling from me. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye bye.